So this is Publisher Rocket. As I was doing my research, I saw that, like, if you look at monthly sales here, you see this book is making 52,000 something. You see these other ones, they are making some money. And look at this one, it's making $102,073 per month. How many people actually make this amount of money a year? So, and this is one book that this person is making. So I decided to check out the book. I checked this person's side and I realized that this person has only 2 books. So overcomers, you can imagine this person has just 2 books. What I'm just trying to show you here is that you don't need so many books to be able to make money on Amazon KDP. What you need is a strategy. The books you are creating, are they solving a problem for somebody? You know, when somebody wants to buy a book, there is a pain they are going through. And when they go through that book, would they be able to solve that problem? So when you are creating your book, think like that. One most important thing that I want you to get out of this video is to understand my reasoning behind what I do and behind the books I create. Throughout this video, I'm going to be telling you the secrets that I do to be able to make my own books to stand out. So when I was just starting, if I see that there is potential here and maybe I don't have the strength to be able to go into this niche, what I would do is that I can go now look at the same thing. So here I was looking at journals for women, right? I can now go and type journals for kids. So I can come back to Publisher Rocket and I'll search, and I can now look for journals for kids, and then I can search. And now I'll just come here and open this throughout. As I go through, I see that this niche for kids, they are making sales and it's not that saturated as the one for adults. So looking at all these green values and all this orange, it just shows you that there is a lot of room for you to be able to go into this market and succeed. If you want to make journals, instead of you struggling to get into the niche for adults, which is already looking so saturated, you know, even though you can still do your research and go deeper, but I'm just showing you the easiest way how you can handle things. You can still do journals for kids. You see that there is a lot of room. The competition score is not too high. There is a lot of room for you to be able to come into this niche and do very well. If we look at this one that is green here, and they are making this average amount of money per month, it shows that it's a niche that I can easily get into. So it's talking about journals for kids mindfulness. So let's just check it out. So the monthly sales here are not too much. So let's see, let's look at this one. This one is a 1-minute gratitude journal. So we can create something like this. If we scroll down, we'll look at their A+ content. We can improve us. So you can go through and look at what you can improve and see how you can make changes and make yours better. So overcomers, when I create any book in any niche, I make sure that the book I create is far better than the one that I actually looked at. So that I'm not copying that person. I'm looking at what they are doing right, and then I'm going to put in my book. I look at their negative reviews to see the things that people are complaining about that book. And then when I see the negative reviews, guess what I'll do? I'll take those negative reviews and I'll fix it in my own book. And when I'm listing my book, right, I'm going to make sure all those things that I improved in my book, I'm going to put it on my listing, so that when people come there, they'll be able to see that, wow, this other book should be better than the other one that I already bought. And even when I want to run ads, I'm going to run ads and put my book close to that book. So there is a way to do all of this, overcomers. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be showing you all of those things. And if you don't know yet, I'm going to be releasing a course on January 27. If you are interested, so it's going to be 50% off for the first 100 people who buy the course. If you are interested, I'm going to put the link down below. The first book we looked at was 1 minute. So I went ahead and did some more research. And this one, I also saw this one, the 3-minute gratitude journal for kids. So if you look at, they have so many books here for review that you can look inside. So they don't have any A+ content. So that's something that you can do and improve on your own book. So you can read this negative review and see what people are saying about it, and then you can improve it in your own book. And then you can come here, open it, and you see how the book looks. So you can see it's talking about, I'm thankful for, and then the person that brought me joy today, what was the best part about your day, draw or write about it. So this is how the journal looks. So you can go through any picture that you see in the reviews. You'll be able to have an idea what the book is about. So when you do your research, just make sure you are looking at the number of pages, you are looking at the age, you are looking at the price of the book, you are looking at the size. So this one is 6x9 and it has 110 pages. So now that we have an idea what we want to create, I want us to go to Canva, and I'm going to show you how to create things like this. So now let us go to Canva, and we are going to be able to design our journal there. If you don't know what Canva is, I'm going to put all the links I talk about in this video down below. So when you come to Canva, the first thing you have to do, you come here, you change this to inches, and the size that we're looking at was 6 by 9, so you just put 6 by 9 and then you create. Now we have our canvas here. So every time I create any of my books, I make sure I use my template. If you don't have the template yet, I'm going to put it down below so that you can download it. So I'm just going to upload the template. I already have it here. So I'm going to put the template here for the particular size that I'm working on, and then I'll just pull it out like this and make sure it fits. And after I do that, I always just come here like to here, and then I'll take this and put inside to just fit inside the template. And then I always like to put like a border, especially if it comes to my children books. I'll put a border like that, and then I'll change this now into white so that I'll be able to work with it. And then now I'm okay to delete this. So now we can see that we have our template well organized. We can now create our pages inside here. So the first thing I want us to do is to create something for like date. And remember, at the back of your mind, you know that it's a kids journal that you are making. So I'm going to take this here, and look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it like this. I'll pull it here. I'll just come here and I'll put like a little bit of border by the side, and I'll change it to white so you can see that there is something there. Now another thing that I'm going to do is that I'll actually just duplicate this, then I'll reduce the size like this. Just look at this over commas. So you see what I've done. Now in this one, I'm going to make it like a color like this, let's say gray, and then I'm going to take my text and I'm going to just put date. So I'm going to have something like that. Another thing that I can do is that I can put the days of the week. Let me open it so that it's bigger. As we are working, we can see clearly. So we can put the days of the week. One thing that I can do, I can come here, I can just take a dot like this, I can take a circle like this, reduce it like this, and then I can change this into a different color. Let's say I can change this to like white. You can see how it looks. Use it for the days of the week. Now that's like Monday, Tuesday. So you see how the lines are showing you where to go. Now what I'll do is that I'll just copy this and paste. Now that we have 6, so we have this as our days of the week. So we can now just come to text and just put Monday. We can put MOMON, then reduce the color and then put it like this. So after making all the adjustments, we have something like this. So if you are loving this video so far, I want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe and become a part of the family. So the next thing we have to do now is to create something. The other one that we saw, they were talking about thank you, I am thankful for. So we have to do that. So if you don't even know what to do, what you can do is that you can come here to design, and then come here and just type something like I am thankful for. So what you can do is that you can open a blank page so that you have another space to work with. Then you can take this one, so we can use this. You can just come here like this, copy this, take it to your sheet and just put it like that, and then adjust it. So that's how easy you can do these things. So you have I am thankful for. So with Canva, I want you to make sure that every template you use, change it as much as you can. So now we can decide that we'll take this one and instead put outside. We can take this and instead arrange it somewhere outside here, make it bigger, and then you can take this out. Another thing that you can do is that if you want, you can see create another line so that the kids can have 4 lines to write something on. And then we don't want the cost to be high, so I'll prefer that we just make it gray, the same color, so that it matches the other one that we already did. So this is our journal already coming out. Then you just make sure that your lines are aligning. So the next thing that we are going to create is the feelings. You remember the book we checked, it said I feel, then it gave some emotions. So what we are going to do is that, what I would do is that, this is the easiest way. I'll just come here again. So I'm just going to come here again. I'm going to type kids emotion coloring or something, anything, just to see if I'll be able to find something. Or emotion coloring papers for kids. Now like something like this. So if we come here, let's say I click on this one. I don't like the way this one look. We can just search. Oh yeah, I like this ones. So I like this one. So what we can do is that I can open another page here and I'll just put it here. So now you can come here and take your text and then you can put like I feel. So you have I feel. Now you can just come here and copy this, let's say happy, and then you bring it here and then you just arrange it. So now what will happen is that when I start reducing it, you can see the size. So we can decide on a particular size that you want so that it will be the same. So 35, let's say 42. So I'll just keep it like that so that it will be the same throughout. So what I can do is that I can also put like happy on top. I can just come here and copy the name of the emotion just so that there is no confusion, because sometimes people might not be able to know, people will not be able to tell exactly what the emoji is. So we can put like happy here, then happy is up like that. You see that we are not copying that person's design, we are making our own, but we got ideas from their book, right? So I've gone ahead and I've done everything, and this is how our book looks so far. So the next thing that they were talking about is what was the best part of your day? Draw or write. So we can make something like this. So we can now create a space here for them to write or draw. So just go to element. We can just come here and type shapes. We can look for anything that looks interesting for kids. Maybe we can take something like this. What we'll do is that we'll bring it here. We've been using gray, so we just put gray inside so that it matches the entire design. Since it's for kids, we can come here and put some kind of playful designs inside. We can just go to element, type something like color circle for kids. Just imagine whatever you want, and then you can put it and see if you can find something that will match your design. So I can take something like this. Yes, this is good. And then change this black to white or something. Yeah, we can even make it big like that so that the kids can write inside. So we have something like that. And then at the border of that circle, we can also put like some kind of border there. So if you feel like it's too thick, you can come here and you can reduce the transparency. So you see that we are reducing the transparency a bit, so we can create like this page belong to. So I've gone ahead and I've created this. So I just follow the same thing I've shown you. So I've gone ahead and I've created this. So daily journal for kids. So you can put weekly journal for kids depending on how many pages you want to create. So the one we saw was 110. And so yeah, this is the idea, and then you've created your page. And now when you are done, you can just come here. You can come here to this place that says Greek view, and when you click here, it's going to bring your page in this format. So now you can just come here, as it's highlighted, you duplicate it. You can do that, and when it's like 5, for example, you highlight like 5, for example, and then you come here. So now it will be 10 until you get to the total number of pages that you want, and you can see the pages right down here. So we have 121 because we have our first page that is talking about this page belong to. And another thing that I always do, that I always put on my books when I create my books, I'm also going to create another separate page just to thank the people. So I'll put like a page here, and then I'll thank them for buying the book, and then I'll encourage them to leave a review telling them that it really means a lot to me, especially as an independent author. So when you are done with everything, you go ahead here, and then you just come here to download. You make sure you have 122 pages. You make sure you change it from here to PDF print. If you have the paid subscription, you just come here, you take best for professional printing, and then you go ahead and you download your book. You see how it looks so beautiful. The kids will be able to put the dates here and then say what they are thankful for, and they are going to talk about their feelings, you know, and they are able to fill out these things. So it's just so amazing. So overcomers, in order for us to be able to create our book cover, I'll encourage you to click on the next video and just watch how to create your book cover, and then also see how to upload this book on Amazon KDP. If you feel like you are not able to design a very beautiful cover, then I'll encourage you to outsource it, and I'm going to put the links of some people I've used on Fiverr down below so you can check them out. Gigs that are cheap and they do a great work. And so one thing that I want you to know is that this same design you've done, you can use it in many different things. So you can still take this design and create like a Bible journal, right? So if you don't want the feelings inside, you can just take it out. You can also add a Bible verse. You can do something and then create a second journal. So you can create a brand only creating journals like this for kids, and then you become a monopoly in that particular area, and then you will see how you start making those big sums of money every month. I do my best to show you everything you need to know. If you feel like you need more and you want to grow faster, I'll encourage you to pre-order our course that we are going to be releasing on January 27. I'll be having live meetings with you guys, and I'll be able to answer all your questions, and you'll be able to grow faster. So I'll see you on the other side. So in subsequent video, I'm going to be showing you how to get reviews, and I'm going to be showing you how to run Amazon ads even with very small budget. So overcomers, if you like this video, I want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, I'll encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the family where we grow our finance God's way. And love you all so much. Bye bye.